Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I would like to say thank you and welcome to all my new subscribers that I gained during the past week. I'm super happy that apparently my content is kind of useful and helpful and maybe a little bit entertaining for you guys. And it also motivates me so much to, keep on going and keep on creating content for you. As I always say in all of my videos, I am thankful for every single view, for every single new subscriber. I really appreciate everyone who actually makes the commitment and thinks that my content is good enough for them to subscribe and to, stay. So yeah, thank you so much. Welcome to this channel. And for everyone who sees this face for the first time, if you happen to like this video or if you happen to, be curious about checking out my other videos and the content that I do here or over on my Instagram, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell and like. I have to address another elephant in the room, which is obviously my hair color. Yeah, so I'm kind of a brunette person by nature, and after a year of being blonde and having like balayage, highlights, paintings, whatever, I just came to the point that I'm just too much of a practical person. I don't want to spend a lot of time on, doing my hair, caring for my hair, being dependent on going to hairdressers all the time and spending a lot of money and a lot of time there. So that's what I, in the end, decided to go to a hairdresser, get myself back to the brunette that I am usually or originally. So far, I really like it. I actually feel more like myself again, if that makes any sense. As much as I always loved the blonde, it kind of never really 100% grew on me. Of course, my ultimate goal is to, at some point, achieve Lydia Elise Millen hair, which I guess will never happen because I just don't have the fantastic hair genes that she has. Okay, so I think I've talked enough about my hair for today. Let's dive right into today's topic. Building a luxury or high quality, long-lasting wardrobe for yourself can be a little bit of a challenge because obviously the fashion market is very overwhelming. There are trendy pieces, there are classic pieces, there are kind of more affordable pieces, but then there are these like crazy expensive pieces. And I think that if you are someone who is like, just about to start out a luxury or high quality wardrobe, this can be a little bit overwhelming. And it actually can get also a little challenging to, develop a feeling for making the right decision when it comes to spending your hard-earned money on stuff. And I can only say for myself that I personally did make a couple of mistakes, especially in the first 2 or 3 years of, starting to buy and get first luxury items. So while I had to learn it the hard way, losing money and being frustrated and being disappointed by certain products, I hope that my lectures that I have learned might be actually helpful for you now as you are or as you may be planning to, invest into your first couple of, high-end items to level up your wardrobe. I am actually thinking about making this into a series where today I will just talk about like a more general, or today I will focus on like several different categories when it comes to clothing, shoes, etc. And then maybe every month do another video with a more of a deep dive, the best 5 or 10 items or something within that category. For example, only shoes, only bags, only clothing, only accessories, something like that. Because the fashion market, especially the luxury markets, is so much diverse and so much individual, and there's just like so much more going on today than maybe like 20 years ago or something. I think buying luxury 20 years ago was kind of very straightforward. I can just imagine that, people just kind of knew what was like worth buying and what was not. But today you have, the whole streetwear, Balenciaga, Vetements, off-white trend. You have the very classy pieces, of course, but you also have like kind of super high class, but also trendy brands like Dior. So, where do you actually can identify the best products within all these different ranges that also fit your needs and your style is kind of a tricky thing. I have to admit, I sometimes struggle with that too. So I think it is worth doing these deep dive videos per category in the future and starting out today with just like a best of overall the whole spectrum of fashion, if that makes any sense. So today I will talk about 5 items that I think are a brilliant base to start out your luxury or high quality, long lasting wardrobe to level up your style and your outfits no matter the occasion. And of course, pieces that you will get a ton of wear out. Because you know me, I'm all about versatility and practical pieces. So, if we're talking about a luxury starter kit, I do assume that you are someone who is maybe just about to earn your first good money, or someone who has like saved up a lot of money for a long time. So you are not just yet on that level where you can, go out and spend a couple of €1,000 per month on bags and shoes and stuff like that. I always play by the rule that the more considerable you have to be when it comes to buying luxury fashion, the more classic and timeless the pieces should be. But on the other hand, I think that the word or the term classic can still mean very, very different things for each one of us, right? And I will explain what I mean in detail going through each and every item that I'm going to mention. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of, defining certain fashion rules. I don't like a brand to define certain fashion rules. You should never sacrifice your individual personal taste for a classic designer item just because it's like an iconic piece. So let's dive into the category shoes. I love shoes more than I love bags, and I think that if I would have to decide, I would always start my luxury wardrobe with investing or starting out with shoes. Because a shoe is always something that stays on your outfit if you're at uni, if you're at school, if you're at work. If you go to the office, the bag will just stay at your desk and you will go along on your way to meetings and stuff like that. So a good shoe is always worth investing, in my opinion. And if I would be able to only choose one single shoe to buy from a designer brand, I think that this would be the classic Chanel ballerina shoe. So I actually own these shoes. I will insert a couple of pictures from Instagram here. I don't have them with me just now because I am a weekend commuter, so I don't always have my whole wardrobe with me. But these ballerinas are very, very high quality. They are very, very comfortable, and they come with a, pretty reasonable price compared to other shoes or like the whole price range of Chanel. They never changed in their design, and they can be styled in very, very different ways. So you can style them in a very classic way with a all black outfit, like Audrey Hepburn style, which is a very classy, timeless and more sophisticated look. But you can also style them in a more contemporary way, as you can see on Instagram, like all over basically these days. And I really, really like that style. It's very Parisienne, it's very French to me, and I really like to style them with, a high-waisted, straight blue denim jeans and just a white t-shirt and maybe a blazer on top. But the blazer is not really necessary. So these shoes go also with a more younger look, and that I just love. So these shoes come in several different colorways. Of course, there are the seasonal colorways that are changing, that are more bold. Maybe they have prints, or they are made out of the treat material in different colorways. However, there's also the timeless range of colors. And these three styles are usually an all-black ballerina, where the main part of the shoe is quilted black, and then the tip is just smooth black leather. And this style is all lambskin, so the leather is very, very buttery, soft, smooth, and very comfortable to wear, but it's also a little bit on the delicate side. Then there is another classic black style, which is just smooth lambskin as well, leather on the main part of the shoe, and then you have the tip made of patent leather. And then you have the third version, which I think is the most iconic version, and that is the version where the main part of the shoe is beige and then the tip is black. And I also think that this style is the most versatile style, even though it has this very iconic beige tone that only Chanel does. However, I think this is the one that you can combine in the easiest way in a more casual or a more, classic elegant look, while the other two versions, the other black versions, are a little bit more on the elegant formal side. At least this is how I feel about these different styles. So obviously, because these three styles are the timeless classic styles that they always have in stock every season, of course, if you are someone who absolutely loves a certain, different color, you may be able to get your hands on some of the more seasonal variations of the ballerinas. And if you do love them and if you get the wear out of them, go ahead for them. You don't necessarily have to buy yourself a beige or black ballerina by Chanel only because, that's the iconic style. The iconic shape of the shoe, the CC logo on top, and, the accent tip always stays no matter the seasonal colorway. So I think you can't really go wrong buying a more seasonal version of this ballerina. If you are more into bold colors, into metallics, into, you know, playing around with the tweed, if this is something that you know you will just get more wear out of, and this is something that you can, you know, have more fun with and enjoy more. Moving on to the second category, which is bags. So I know that this might be an unpopular opinion. However, I think that if you are just about to get your very first designer bag, I would not suggest going for a Chanel bag or something like that right away. Because first of all, saving up for these bags will most likely take you a very long time, and it kind of will slow down your whole process of leveling up your wardrobe, of being able to invest into high quality items for quite a long time. And second of all, especially when it comes to a, you know, Chanel classic flap, this, at least for me, is not a bag that I would wear on a daily basis. This is not a bag that fits every occasion. I would personally never take my Chanel classic flap to work. My point is that this is not a everyday bag. And I think that if you are about to start out your luxury wardrobe, if you are about to invest in your first designer handbag, which obviously is kind of a, you know, big deal, it certainly was for me, I would invest into a bag that you can wear literally all the time, that you can see a lot, that you can get a lot of wear out, and that will just, you know, feel like a good investment, and that will make a difference in your outfits on a daily basis. If you go to uni, if you go to work, if you go, you know, out traveling, if you go, you know, running groceries and errands and stuff like that. And also, this kind of bag, I would decide, should be kind of in the mid-range when we are talking about luxury bag prices. So the bags that I would highly suggest would be the all-time classic, the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I am personally not a Louis person, which obviously doesn't have to mean anything to you. However, I heard a lot of amazing things about this specific bag by friends who actually own this one. It is extremely sturdy. It literally fits everything you might imagine you need in a bag. You can take it traveling, you can take it to work, you can take it to university, because it is kind of a more casual bag. It is not extremely pricey, and that is why you can use it in a more functional surrounding or in more functional occasions without feeling a little bit like overdressed, overstyled, over the top, you know what I mean. The next bag that I would highly suggest would be the bag that I own too, which is the Céline Cabas tote. I think I talked about this bag quite a couple of times. I'm actually also planning to do a more, you know, deep dive review of this bag. I personally own this bag for a couple of years now. It holds up great. It is also, again, more in the mid-range when it comes to designer bag prices, which I think is, you know, a very good value for the price tag. And this is, again, a bag that is very versatile. It is very work appropriate, but it's also very minimalistic, and that's why you can literally wear it to every single occasion. Another nice detail about the Céline Cabas tote is also that you can adjust the straps to make it smaller and to make it look more like a bucket bag. So this makes this bag a little bit more chic. It changes the style, aesthetic of the bag a little bit, so that you even could wear this bag, you know, on a shopping spree or to brunch or to, you know, other occasions that not necessarily need a big tote bag. And last but not least, another bag that I would highly suggest, and that is also quite affordable compared to other, you know, tote bags like the Dior book tote or the Chanel Deauville, is the classic tote by Saint Laurent. This is kind of similar to the Céline Cabas tote, however the leather is different and the shape is also more classic, but it is also a very understated bag. It is a very functional bag. It also comes with a little pouch, which I always love. And it is also a bag that you don't have to pamper a lot, you know? You can actually use this bag. So the Céline Cabas and the Saint Laurent totes, they come in several different seasonal color variations. There are a couple of classic variations and the seasonal ones. Depending on your personal color range, on your, you know, favorite colors, you can obviously choose which colorway to get these in. Anyway, I think all of these three bags are a great first designer handbag that is worth an investment, but that is also a more realistic price to save up for in a realistic time to, you know, actually be able to at some point make these changes in your wardrobe. And they are bags that you will get a lot of wear out along the way, even if at some point you will have 5 different designer bags in your closet that may be far more amazing, far more trendy, far more expensive, but I am convinced that these bags will still stay there with you for a pretty long time, and that you will reach for these bags over and over again, no matter, you know, how long you actually own them. The third category would be sunglasses. So I am a huge fan of a nice pair of sunglasses. I personally only do own one single pair of sunglasses, however, and this one is by Céline. I already talked about this pair of sunglasses in a previous video. I will link it down below, because this is the perfect pair for me. I wear it all the time because sunglasses for me are not just an accessory, but they are also an anti-aging tool. However, I am actually planning on buying myself another pair of sunglasses just to make the pair that I already own a little bit more long-living and to not wear it to pieces. But what I want to say with that is you don't need a collection of 10 or 20 or 100 designer sunglasses. If you watch a couple of, you know, beauty gurus from this world, you will see extremely huge and in my opinion ridiculously huge collections of sunglasses, which of course may make sense if you live in LA. I do not live in LA, I live in good old Germany. So as much as I love my pair of sunglasses and I actually take it with me every single day, I would personally not invest in owning 10 or 20 different sunglasses, because if you count this price together, you have a handbag or you have like an amazing pair of boots or something. My point is, however, that a pair of nice high quality sunglasses really does make a difference in your everyday outfits. You can not just wear it in summer, you can actually wear it in winter too, because especially in winter the sun comes from a very different angle, so it is actually more irritating for your eyes. A high quality pair of sunglasses really lasts a far longer time. It always looks amazing. And I think that it is also a piece that is a little bit more on the affordable spectrum of things. If you are just not there regarding a pair of shoes or, you know, especially a bag. The pair of sunglasses that I own is the Baby Audrey by the old Céline. I don't know if they still make these because of, you know, the designer change. However, you can still find these on the pre-loved market, for example, on Vestiaire Collectif. I personally love a lot of the shapes that the old Céline did. These also come in a bigger size, the Audrey size, which I love as well. However, there are also a couple of Dior sunglasses that I love that are a little bit more summery, that still give you that, you know, retro vibe that is very like current, but they are still timeless enough for you to be able to wear them a couple of seasons, you know, in the future. Category number 4 would be a scarf. So if you know me, I'm a lover of scarves. I have 3 different scarves that are all by Dior, and I adore every single one of them. You will actually get a ton of wear out of a scarf. And I know that a scarf might not be, you know, the first category that people think of when it comes to, you know, investing in. However, just like a pair of sunglasses, a scarf is one of the easiest, quickest ways to, you know, spice up or level up your outfits, to, you know, change up your overall appearance and your style. A scarf can go with everything. A scarf can be office appropriate, and a scarf can just make that one big difference. Even if you have a very simple outfit, if you have a pair of jeans with a t-shirt, you wear an amazing Dior scarf or like a Louis Vuitton scarf or even a Chanel scarf on top of that, and you just look amazing immediately. And last but not least, the 5th item that is perfect for your luxury wardrobe starter kit would be a blazer. So now you might probably think I'm starting to talk about the Balmain blazer. I think the Balmain blazer is something that a lot of people talk about here on YouTube, and it is a brilliant piece. It is timeless. The construction is amazing. The fit is fabulous. I once tried these on and I was instantly in love. However, at the end of the day, I had to admit to myself that first of all, they are a little bit too expensive, and second of all, they are just not my style. They just do not resemble my personal style enough for me to, you know, drop 1,500 or 1,600 euros on them. They do fit a lot of styles brilliantly because they are very classic and very glam and very sophisticated. However, if you are someone who just does not have that very classic posh style or doesn't want to achieve that look on a daily basis, there are so many brilliant, amazing blazers out there for a better price point and that I think that are worth investing in. So I would like to show you the version that I got when it comes to, you know, your classic black blazer. And that would be this beautiful piece by Jacquemus. So at first sight, this is your typical black classic blazer. However, if you know Jacquemus pieces always come with a certain twist. And that is the reason why I ended up getting this specific blazer instead of, for example, a Balmain blazer. What I love about this blazer is that it is pretty long, and this I always love. And the overall cut is super intriguing and very different, while the piece itself stays very versatile and very classic. So I can wear this piece in a more formal way. I wore this to a Dior event that I was invited in, but I also wear this to meetings at the office just as easily. And with this piece, I do have a classic black blazer that I know I can always reach for. However, it is also a very special piece that you don't get everywhere. Also, the price point of a Jacquemus blazer is always pretty good if you ask me. This particular piece I actually even got in a kind of like flash sale promotion at my Theresa for 30% off. So I have a piece that I love, I know that I will cherish for a very long time, and I got it for a brilliant price. Other brands that I think make brilliant blazers are actually Isabelle Marant. If you are looking for more of a casual, very, you know, Parisienne French style, I think that Isabelle Marant blazers most of the time have amazing cuts. Stella McCartney and Victoria Beckham are brands that are known for their brilliant suits. If you want to go all in concerning the price, I would highly suggest checking out Saint Laurent blazers or the Balenciaga iconic hourglass blazers. These are, of course, you know, on the very high price spectrum of things. However, they are just like heaven in a blazer. One day I want to own that Balenciaga hourglass blazer. I think that this piece is a total game changer. So yeah, that is it for today's video. This is my personal recommendation when it comes to your luxury wardrobe starter kit. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that I can actually, you know, start out the series that I explained at the beginning of this video, because it just gives me the feedback that you guys are actually interested in that kind of topic. Also, if you have questions to any of the products or the categories mentioned, please leave me a comment down below. I love to chat about fashion. I could do it literally 24/7. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!